Okay, glasses, crime photo. Oh, idiot! Because there was a phone booth right there! Didn't notice that. Sorry. Take that! Take that! It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. Has a crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Ow! Order! Order! What does point in the crime a little proof for you? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to show suspicion on his testimony. Yes, that is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Did I bet his phone? This phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone that she found anyways. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, was he looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? These could be his glasses, as I said before. I would say he was looking for the phone, because it had these numbers on them, and they probably belong to him. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, then let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present the court with one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Oh wait, the glasses. Thank you for voicing that question in a different way, Your Honor. Take that! Take that! Take that! Mr. Wellington. Oh, what? Don't do that. You almost made me have a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... God! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are, in fact, yours. Just gonna check my memory space. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. But under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them, but he didn't realize that they were under the victim's body all along. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you inciting that the witness is the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. You're gonna kill yourself doing that, man. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out his cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah, this is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. That's right. I'm no criminal. This is certainly fraud of a lawyer. Is that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name of the victim wrote down. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot can read that, right? But we already know that this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with an E, and the victim was left-handed. So basically, you're saying in order to make this defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how would the person knew her name was Maggie? Maggie. That is a good point. The witness didn't even know it, Miss Bird, before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way the creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Be nice if we could look at the names on this. There was a way. It would be best if I could prove that this witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now will the defense please present his case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Because Maggie picked up the phone and said, "Hello, this is Maggie, or you may call me Maggie." He wouldn't have known how to spell it since I'm pretty sure they both sound the same. So, take that! Take that! Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why you? How did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between this witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you, I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. Oh, But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie with an E, but the name written on the ground was Maggie with an I. That is a mistake that only could occur. That is a mistake that could have only occurred if all you knew was how her name sounded. Order! Order! But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Well, Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive the witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had a motive. Alright, everybody? Say it with me. Take that! Take that! Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. Of course. Sorry. This list of phone numbers were stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking at the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. No, it isn't. You're one of those people. It's like with the cosplay ability for I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want to know for you is to tell me what this list is about. Do you think any of you, can know what it's like to be a refined man like me? Your Honor, this is unjust badgering the witness. Oh boy. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a... Why would the witness have a... Brother, I'm ruining the mood. Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is... looking into the group. Yeah, right. Con artist. Well, it's either he's a victim of it or a member. But then again, I'd say a member. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on your phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. I have you now. That's police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjust badgering the witness. You said this already. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. But please, let's think about the content of the phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been waiting for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. The defendant had already promised that you would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this point? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, then let's see. Maybe this time Balls saw something at the scene of the crime that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his cell phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that he didn't agree with? Oh, I don't know, maybe the fact that he saw, I don't know, it looked like to be a police officer with her? Take that! What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shed was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh, the girl that picked up my phone was a policeman. He couldn't have known that they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid that the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that they already run a check on that phone. And he went into a panic. Is that what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... not bad for a person with a certified education. What's that supposed to mean? Evidence! Evidence! Oh, that guy's really creeping me out. You have been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone, suspicious phone number this, suspicious contact that, they're all on that phone. But who's to really say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. The phone I lost, I already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. You can't be sure it's even mine. You simpleton. What? It feels so good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem in our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let them turn around the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe. Well, I'd say fingerprints would be the most decisive. No, wait, no that wouldn't. Because he's touched it already. Well, no, wait, no. Fingerprints probably would be. I say that fingerprints would be the best, but the stored numbers might also be correct. Very interesting. If he wouldn't be so stupid to put in his other phone too. I say fingerprints. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on his phone. On this phone. Dick, don't you remember? You got from Maggie, you wiped it up. Oh, wow. What? What? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. Oh, Tisky. It's so much fun watching this Wright slash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? Phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the number stored on the phone. Well, why not? It must have glitched because of all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He's erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? From the way you talk to me, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are simply too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh my... No, I remember! Well, that was lucky. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Whack. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, you worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you've just come up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Oh, Tisky Diddy Tisk. Don't blame yourself, you're merely a self-made lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes this cross-examination. Yeah, that will be all. I'll have the bill to gentlemen and ladies. Goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the other side of